Welcome, folks, to what promises to be a great Tuesday night of the NBA on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy, this is Kevin Harlan, and we're joined by our reporter, David Aldridge, on the sidelines. Well, it was the New Orleans Pelicans in their last game losing to the Warriors in San Francisco. Now, here's Wagner. Mitchell outside. Shot clock at 5. Wagner outside. And the 3 off target. You know, Greg, it's been great to see the Pelicans get to the next level these past few seasons, hasn't it?
It has, and they've become one of the deeper teams in the NBA over that time. It's not just about one guy. There's talent up and down that roster.
There should be plenty of action down in the painted area tonight, Greg, with the big man matchup in this one.
Yeah, I love to see skilled bigs dueling down low. Kind of a throwback in some ways. There's still plenty of physicality in the modern game.
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
A little bit ago, Willie Green and I were able to chat. I asked him about the challenge of facing Miles Turner, and he said this guy is a problem for our offense. Miles is an incredible shot blocker. You have to know where he is on the floor at all times. Now, we don't normally hear a coach talk about somebody's defense first, but Turner is that guy. Ellis?
Thanks so much, David. Here's Mitchell. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. When Donovan Mitchell, Greg, is on the floor, he is the offense.
Yeah, and that goes beyond just his ridiculous scoring. It gets overlooked that he's also a skilled passer. So one way or another, Mitchell is finding points out there.
Here's Siakam. Cleans it up off the glass.
And always nice to have an inside-out threat like Siakam. He can have an impact anywhere on the floor.
And here in the first, closing in on 2 minutes play. Pass to Vucevic. Back to Nash. Picks it out to Markkanen. And it's off from three-point range. And so Young will bring it up for the Indiana Pacers.
And those are 2 loud points. Siakam flushes it without much effort.
Here's Wagner. Pass to Markkanen. Back to Wagner. Markkanen with it. New Orleans moving it around. And again, New Orleans has no luck. If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Siakam, right side. Over Markkanen. And again, it's Indiana. Timeout called by Willie Green. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. Pelicans trailed by 6. Nash outside. A wide open look here for Vucevic. And again, no good by New Orleans.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Pass to Turner. Siakam, right side. And the Pacers tack on 2 more.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this league.
Here's Mitchell. No good again that time.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Here's Siakam. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Siakam's got 10.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
And timeout called by Willie Green. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about. change here. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Pass to Caldwell Pope. Takes the three. It's rebounded by Indiana. And Greg, we know the Pacers have to improve defensively. But where do they start?
Candidly, Kevin, I feel like they're too soft. Giving up offensive rebounds, cheap fouls, they've got to be tougher mentally and physically, especially on the interior.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Now, Pascal Siakam is nominally a power forward, but his versatility at both ends of the floor allows him to play a number of roles. Siakam says that's where the NBA has been going. It's always positionless basketball, and I feel like I can do anything. And in today's game, Kevin, that means tremendous value for Siakam. Back to you.
Doesn't it? My goodness, David, he is something else. Thank you very much.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Fires the three. Johnson with the rebound.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
To the paint. And a fast break now for the Pelicans. To stop the drought. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
And Thompson thrives in those catch-and-shoot situations.
Pass to Black. There's the triple. Caldwell Pope with some nice D.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
There's no air space there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without fouling.
14.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for the Pacers.
Well, you know, the analytics guys would tell you a team shouldn't be taking this many mid-range shots, but clearly they're shooting them with confidence.
And something else that I liked is how they attack the paint, finding ways to get inside and capitalize time and time again. And Walker with the size and strength to straight up move you out of his way.
Outside, Markkanen. Nash outside. Outside, Markkanen. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The layup off target.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly.
And coach, you watch Markkanen. He's a perfect fit for today's NBA, isn't he?
Yeah, a big guy who can shoot the ball, Kevin. And look, he's learned to put the ball on the floor, go to the basket. He's a lot stronger than people give him credit for. This guy can really play the game.
Nash left side. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. Markkanen can't get it to go. Indiana leading by 12. Walker. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless, building this lead in every way possible.
And here's Mitchell from the arc. And again, no good by New Orleans. Young with no one around. Offensive rebound.
Hey, come around. Right here.
The three. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Atlanta will be traveling to face them after this game. That'll be the second of 4 games at home for them.
Hey, yo, right here.
And here's Nash. He has yet to score. Here's Vucevic. And off the front, and in it goes.
Vucevic is a very efficient mid-range shooter and has been for most of his career.
It's Young on the wing. Three-pointer. And it's Buckner with the rebound.
Another miss. He is struggling for the quarter.
Pass to Vucevic. Here's Nash. And he drives in. And it's sent back by Turner.
And I would not test Turner. And Miles has led the NBA in blocks and just has great timing on his jump.
For three, Mitchell. After two misses to start the game, he's on the board with that shot made. We've got some talented defensive big men in the league today, Coach. But in your opinion, who would you say is the best rim protector?
Well, Kevin, I would have said Rudy Gobert because people didn't even want to go to the rim and challenge it. Anthony Davis is great. But I'm telling you, the young guy, Victor Wembanyama, I think is the best we've got now.
Isn't he something else, Dan? We've never seen anything like him.
We never have, and I'm not sure we ever will again.
Porter looking it over. Caldwell Pope left side. And again, New Orleans has no luck.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Young in the corner. They set the pick. Goes back up. And he's swinging with the jam.
That's just a great job of finishing by Clingan.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low number.
Outside, Porter. Caldwell Pope outside. Pass to Thompson. Now here's Porter. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. From downtown. And Clingan pulls it down.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good.
And Siakam throws it down.
Oh, the numbers speak for themselves. Siakam showing great versatility on the offensive end.
And way to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking.
Get there, get there.
And here's Young from the arc. Nailed from three-point land. Young's got a pair of triples in the second now for the Pacers. Outside Porter for three. Caldwell Pope. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Well, he shoots a solid clip from deep. Caldwell Pope took advantage.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Now, here's Simons. No scoring in this one. Here's Walker. And Walker throws it down.
Well, now that they've settled into this game, you can see the offense is firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, and that is key for them. Continuing to build out this lead.
And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. It's the Pacers leading by 17. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in just a moment. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Here's Siakam. Pass to Clingan. And it's Clingan with the jam.
I tell you, not only does Clingan set sturdy screens, he knows how to make himself available for the pass.
Greg, in January 2024, Pascal Siakam was traded out of Toronto.
And he came into the league an older player from a mid-major school. The Raptors did a lot to help Siakam, turning him into an all-NBA caliber player.
And a wide open look for Siakam. Offensive rebound. Stolen by Mitchell. And a fast break now for the Pelicans. Pass to Nash. On the wing, Mitchell. New Orleans moving it around. Picked by Vucevic. And Donovan Mitchell gets the three. Mitchell's got 8.
Reliable. That's Mitchell from 3.
Now Young. He has 6. Simons with the ball. Now defended by Mitchell. A nice shot by Young.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Yeah, I like how they're establishing their interior presence right away. That's going to collapse the defense and create other opportunities.
And Vucevic throws it down.
After setting a strong screen, the ball goes to Vucevic, and he makes a play.
Young, a good look. And there are the Pacers with another bucket.
Well, we've all had those as coaches. That's a no, 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 yes type of shot.
And Indiana making a change here. Pelicans trail by 18. Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. Pass to Mitchell. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Mitchell's got 5 points now this quarter.
And don't give Mitchell too many of those looks. Once he gets in rhythm, it is hard to stop him.
Their interior has been inferior defensively. It has got to tighten up.
Now the Pelicans have lost in the first round GA of the playoffs in 2 of the last 3 years.
And with how good the West is right now, they knew they couldn't stand pat. They felt the urgency to make some changes this offseason in order to take the next step.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points.
And here's Mitchell from the arc. Pacers with the rebound.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Siakam misses. Pelicans trail by 20. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thanks. Last season, the NBA again set records for attendance. Overall, arenas were filled to 98% of capacity. Commissioner Adam Silver says we're in a great position. We almost can't fit more people in our arenas. Kevin, he made it clear the area for growth is in media and especially in mobile viewing.
David, you know this, directly to the fan. I mean, my goodness, all the different ways you can consume the game. It's beautiful.
Pick coming.
Down low, Turner with the steal. High post, Jackson hasn't made one yet. Jackson with the screen. Young, no good.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Vucevic. The quick look, no good that time.
Well, he's more than comfortable in the mid-range, but you can't make them all.
Siakam for 3. Good for his 8th field goal. He's attempted a dozen shots.
Yeah, you got to get out on that. Siakam demonstrating that ability to hurt you from beyond.
And they call an illegal screen here.
Bad screen.
And after playing the first half without a single turnover, he's gotten a little careless since the break.
The Pacers making a change here. 29 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. To the middle. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
And after really leaning on that 3-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
Pass to Thompson. Back to Porter. Over in the corner, Caldwell Pope. Will it go? Hits the 3-point bomb. Caldwell Pope's got his second bucket of the night. And so it's Indiana finishing the quarter up by a whopping 24 points. Defensively, they have
27. The Pacers 51.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Stan, you've been on the bench in the NBA for many decades. What were some of your biggest pet peeves as a coach?
Oh my gosh, Kevin, that would be a long list. But the two biggest would be this. I think number one, anytime there was a lack of effort, not running back on defense, things like that. That I had a hard time tolerating. And then mental breakdowns, things we had prepared for over and over and over again. And then guys just zone out and forget what they're supposed to do. Those were things that were hard to tolerate.
Especially when you would take such care in preparing them in every way. That's got to be just excruciating.
Frustrating as heck. Well, you can't forget that Markkanen is an accomplished dunker.
Gay outside. Launches it from deep. It's rebounded by New Orleans. 1 minute now into this fourth quarter. Picked by Markkanen. And Wagner drives in. And that one is good.
Well, there's Wagner using that size to get a good look on the drive.
Inside. Walker's shot is off. Pelicans trail by 20. Pass to Nash. There's the pick. Outside, Markkanen. New Orleans moving the ball around. Clock at 4. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
And what I love about Markkanen, he takes care of the basketball, and that's a result of being patient, playing smart, and just generally getting his points within the flow of the offense.
Here's Siakam. He gets it in there. Siakam's got 19 points.
Timeout. With a harmonious blend of length and strength, Siakam has become a dependable interior scoring option.
And so it's Willie Green here calling timeout. He's not taking any chances and wants to huddle him up right away. To the inside. Markkanen. And Markkanen throws it down.
And how about the hops there by Markkanen? He knows not many guys can block that shot. Good at getting that deep post position.
From deep, Walker. Rebounded by Donovan Mitchell.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
Pass to Wagner. Here's Nash. And a missed layup. Indiana leading by 18. Gay scanning before. Fires from deep. The basket is good off the assist from Williams.
And over time, Gay has gotten better from beyond that arc. I love seeing him shoot the ball with confidence from deep.
Nash with it. The rebound by Turner. Knocked away. And stolen by Nash. Back to Vucevic. Pass to Markkanen. The NBA has always been a star-driven league, Greg, and that's reflected in team strategies now more than ever before.
It is. All over the league, teams now building their systems around their stars, surrounding them with complementary players and running the offense through them as much as possible.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time. And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority, very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for Indiana.
Two great rebounding teams.
And these guys worked just a little bit harder tonight, and that was the edge they needed.
And so this will now translate to 14 wins on the season.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Pascal Siakam.
Well, he was the reliable option for them on just about every possession. So dependable, always making the right decision.
We've got 28 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Here's Black. 16 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And that one drops.
Inspired tonight. They fought hard and at crucial points just made the plays.
Yeah, they saved their best basketball for this home stretch, and they certainly earned this win.
Here's Black. So no problem for Indiana as they get the win. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.